Let's face it, most people today struggle to focus, and it's not because they lack intelligence or ambition. It's because they're hooked on a constant stream of cheap dopamine hits. Cheap dopamine is that instant pleasure you get from scrolling through social media, eating sugary snacks, or checking out the latest meme. We're all guilty of it to some extent, and it's a powerful distraction because it tricks our brain into feeling satisfied, even though we've done nothing productive. This addiction keeps us from diving deep, from focusing on what actually matters, and ultimately from achieving the big goals we set for ourselves. So, why is it so hard to break away from this? The answer is simple: instant gratification. We live in a world where almost anything we want can be delivered to us with a single click or swipe. Social media apps, Netflix, junk food, gaming, these all provide immediate pleasure with almost no effort on our part. Our brains get used to this constant stimulation, making it harder to focus on anything that requires patience or effort. This behavior trains our minds to constantly crave quick rewards, causing us to lose the ability to stay committed to something long enough to see real results. Imagine this: you decide to start working on a new skill, maybe learning a language or building a business. But after 3 days, you're not fluent, and your business hasn't made any money, so you start to feel frustrated. Instead of pushing through, you find yourself scrolling on Instagram or binge-watching a new series. Sound familiar? When we continually chase instant pleasure, our ability to focus gets weaker. We end up chasing quick hits of satisfaction from mindless scrolling, sugary snacks, or endless notifications. And because we're constantly distracted, we rarely make any real progress on our goals. It's like setting out on a journey and never leaving the driveway because the GPS keeps redirecting you to the nearest fast food place. But the impact goes even deeper. Not only does this pattern destroy focus, but it also creates a cycle of frustration, discouragement, and often regret. When you keep abandoning projects or goals because they don't deliver instant results, you start to doubt yourself. You lose confidence in your own ability to succeed at anything meaningful. Over time, this cycle can lead to serious consequences: financial struggles, health issues from stress or poor habits, and a sense of being trapped in a life that's unfulfilling and stagnant. Great achievements, the ones that make a real difference in our lives, require dedication and patience. They demand a steady, focused effort, often over a long period. But our addiction to instant gratification means we're constantly sabotaging ourselves. We want success, but we also want the dopamine rush from checking our phones. We want to be fit, but we reach for the junk food because it's easier and makes us feel good for a few minutes. We want real relationships, but we settle for surface-level interactions that don't truly satisfy. And if we keep on this path, it's easy to imagine where we'll end up, stuck in a rut of unmet potential, feeling lost and disappointed. If you're ready to turn things around, the first step is to recognize and name your instant gratification habits. Everyone's got their own vices, but there are some common ones most people can relate to. Spending hours on social media, binge-watching TV series, mindlessly scrolling, playing video games, or reaching for junk food whenever boredom or stress hits. The key is to take an honest look at your life and identify which habits are costing you your focus, your energy, and ultimately, your success. Once you've identified these habits, the next step is to take action, real, meaningful action. Start by reducing or even completely eliminating these distractions from your life. Yes, that means less time on Instagram or Twitter and less Netflix. It could mean setting time limits on your phone or even deleting certain apps that drain your time and energy. And if certain environments or social circles encourage these habits, you may need to make changes there as well. If you're serious about making progress, you'll need to create an environment that supports your goals instead of holding you back. This is not easy to do. In fact, it's going to take time, and there will be days when it's challenging. The real battle lies not in stopping these habits for a day or two, but in consistently keeping them away. You might have to make sacrifices that feel uncomfortable at first, like choosing not to watch that new series everyone's talking about, or saying no to certain social events. But the payoff is worth it. By removing distractions, You're giving yourself the freedom to focus on what actually matters. You're creating the space to invest time in things that will bring lasting satisfaction, not just a quick thrill. One helpful way to start breaking free from these habits is by using a technique called time blocking. This is where you plan out your day in advance, assigning specific time slots for work, personal projects, exercise, and even leisure. By planning ahead, you're less likely to drift into mindless activities because you have a clear roadmap for your day. Start small. Each night, set aside 15 minutes to write down your top 5 priorities for the next day. Make these your focus and limit the time spent on low-value activities. When you fill your time intentionally, you'll begin to feel more in control of your days and, in turn, your life. You'll discover that you have more mental energy and emotional resilience to tackle bigger challenges. Instead of wasting time on activities that drain you, you'll be using that time to grow, to learn, and to make meaningful progress on the things that actually matter. In the end, breaking free from instant gratification is about reclaiming control over your time, your mind, and your life. It's about putting the brakes on a cycle of distractions and focusing on what truly matters. You're not going to feel a massive shift overnight, but with consistency, you'll start to notice the change. You'll see progress on those big goals you've set for yourself, and you'll feel a deeper sense of accomplishment and purpose. So, take the first step today. Start by identifying the instant gratification habits that are holding you back, then make a plan to reduce or eliminate them. Replace them with intentional actions that support your growth. The journey won't always be easy, but the results will be worth it. This is your opportunity to take control of your life, to build focus, and to achieve things you once thought were out of reach. This is all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful and inspiring. Remember, true change starts with small, intentional steps every day. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more insights on building a productive, focused life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.